All right. So yeah, we are here, everybody, to um, um, learn about a couple things. Project 90. Project 90 is a movement to create and build a 90% financial literacy rate in America, just like with English literacy. Very ambitious task. We know that there was a scalable system that made English literacy the mainstream 90% within about a generation. So we want to look at how we can do that in our own time with financial literacy, as well as look at some community empowerment through ownership and equity through real estate, and some opportunities that have been made available to the mainstream. And by the mainstream, I mean the working poor and the middle class. So everyday folks. So I just want to say just a quick word about financial literacy and the importance thereof. Stressing the importance of financial literacy is literally like how we stress the importance of English literacy with children. You can't convey to a child the importance of English literacy. It opens you up to a world, worlds, plural, of opportunity, a wealth of information that you can't even comprehend, and being cut out from that is the utmost detriment. We know as adults we can't convey that to a child, so we make them do it, right? To learn that English literacy. I just want to reinforce for those who know and for those who maybe have forgotten, all the more for financial literacy, it opens you up to a world of opportunity. And you really literally read the world differently. You view it differently. You see the world differently. You read the world differently. It's not gibberish. You see opportunity literally pop out to you. In the same way when you buy a new car and you start seeing it everywhere, when you're financially literate, you just see win-win opportunities literally left and right. They were always there. They just didn't jump out at you. And so that is the power. It sounds vague, sounds but that's kind of the point, just like when we convey it to a child. And so financial literacy is absolutely necessary. Really, one thing I want to stress is that cutting off the emotional attachment to money. Cutting off the emotional attachment from money allows you to be able to say no to opportunities that you should say no to. And it allows you to work together with others with limited or apparently limited resources. I'll give you one concrete example. My first job out of college, real job in software engineering, paid $45,000. At the time, I thought I was rich. I said, I'd never seen that much money in my life. The entry level in Chicagoland is $60,000. So I was underpaid by 25% out the gate. And I didn't have the boldness to be able to say no, to be able to be paid the average rate. I had an emotional attachment to money. If I didn't have that emotional attachment, I would have had the strength to say no and just wait and be patient for an appropriate amount. And anybody in regards to the industry, you know how long it takes to get to your proper pay. And some people never get there over the course of years. On the flip side, you might have folks who work at, let's say, a coffee shop, and they think they're underpaid. But in reality, they're being paid fair market rate, but it's not enough to live on. So when you're financially literate, you can say, hold on, there's 5 of us employees here. We all have the same problem. Why don't we form a co-op, a workers cooperative, and we each own 20%. And then now we're still going to pay ourselves at fair market rate, but now we get a percentage of the revenue of the coffee shop. That type of mindset, to see that instantly, and to have others who see it instantly, those other coworkers, to just form a co-op and fix the issue yourself instead of complaining about it, right? That's just the tip of the iceberg, okay? So I just want to stress the importance of financial literacy, and how in the same way it'll just explode the mind and the opportunity for a child. Financial literacy will explode the mind and the opportunity for us big kids, us adults, okay? So I want to kind of get into a program that has implemented the Project 90 standard, a 15-point standard. Everyone hopefully has already received a link to that. If not, let me go ahead and put it in the chat right now. but it is megaschool.me/project90. megaschool.me/project90, and just maybe kind of peek at that as we kind of go forth here. Yeah, so we're going to get real practical here. So feel free to jump in, interrupt me, be rude. Okay, let's make this a conversation, Q&A, and I'm going to show you a concrete, real-world program, a private company in the free market that has implemented this. And on the second half of this call, we're going to really focus in on an extremely powerful real estate program. Coach T here is going to walk us through that because it is complementary with financial literacy, and you're going to see why in a moment. So I'm going to go ahead and dive in here. I'm going to share my screen right here. Okay, you all see that. So the company that has actually implemented the Project 90 standard is called MWR. Stands for Make Wealth Real. Private company, been around for 4 years, going on 5. And it was founded by a man named Brian House. He had a heart for helping people, a man of means, okay? And he wanted to make it mainstream, the same opportunity he had. And when we talk about money, the everyday person, that they don't know where their money is going, they don't know how to get it back, get more of it, keep it. And of course, the Holy Grail, how do you make it work for you? And there really is pretty simple, actually. There's some financial roadblocks, but there's some real world solutions, and we need to just focus on our objectives to solve those and understand what real world practical, and that's going to be a key common theme here, is practical company can basically solve the problem. Let's look at the largest 4 expenses. And some of these we never even considered expenses before. This is what's killing the middle class. This is what's killing the mainstream. Number 1 is actually taxes. Taxes isn't just a necessary evil, right, that we just don't pay attention to. It's the largest expense. And we need to see it as an expense, and we need to get a discount on that expense as much as possible. That is legal and ethical. Second, credit and debt. The banks, with your student loans, your car note, your mortgage, when they tell you the payment plan for that, they're telling you how to pay with paying the highest interest. They're trying to maximize the amount of interest you pay. I think that's outright unethical. It is what it is. MWR has a way to instantly show you how to pay, to create a payment plan that allows you to pay with the least amount of interest. We're going to see that in a minute. Another, we just, coming out of Christmas, New Year's, big business. We give so much of our money away to these corporations. Anything we can do to cut down on those costs, we just have to do it. All right. And inflation is a silent killer. We know inflation is high right now, so people are kind of aware of it, but folks, it's always a problem. And we have not been taught how to protect ourselves from inflation. It is possible. The wealthy have known this for years. We just want to mainstream the same tools and strategies that's worked for them, and we just want to put it to work for the everyday American. The formula is going to look extremely familiar. Let's go through it. Get a good education, get a good job. Then what? Work 40 hours. Hey, folks, there's nothing wrong with that. If you love what you do, yes, in a sense, you do never work a day of your life. However, we weren't taught to be efficient with our money. We're giving 1/3 of our income to government in the form of taxes. The wealthy don't do that. And then because we're giving away 1/3 of our income to the government in taxes, we use credit to make up for that loss of 1/3, but now we're paying the interest on it. We're in debt. That's not helping us. So 1/3 of our income is left over. So we're trying to pay our everyday normal living expenses with 1/3 of our income. Do the math. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't, that's why it doesn't work. And it's not obvious to us because we've been taught to just overlook these things. So we want to draw your attention to these things that work against us. So I'm going to show you actually the meat and potatoes of what it looks like. The MWR program is a 9-step program designed to be able to reverse all these problems, take care of those 4 major expenses. And this is what we want to be the new normal to mainstream. Okay, first step is going to be reducing your taxes. Now we're talking about doing that legally and ethically. And what I'm showing you right now is my personal portal that walks me through this process. And the first step is to get an instant pay raise. What does that mean? Let's go back to that person working at the coffee shop. Asking their boss for a raise, that may not go over. But what you can do is you can say, let's not get that refund check at all. Let's get that money right now when we need it and make it productive. So then we have professional experts. I don't do it. You don't do it. We have experts, enrolled agents with the IRS, CPAs. They will look at your 2 pay stubs. You upload them here through this portal, and then they will give you a PDF of the W-4 adjustment. You send that to HR, that W-4 adjustment. The next thing you're going to see is in your next paycheck, you're going to have a higher net pay because the tax withholdings was reduced. They properly adjusted it legally and ethically. And so now all of a sudden you may be working paycheck to paycheck. Okay, it's happened. But now you can have maybe an extra couple $100 a month without asking the boss for a raise. For myself personally, when I went through this process, exactly through this portal that you're looking at right now, you know, I did come away with extra couple $100 and higher net pay without having to ask the boss. That is a massive game changer. Just step 1, people. This is what there's a reason why we start out with this, because we need to change the mindset of you don't need to get more income to get more cash flow into your banking account. That's absolutely essential. Coach, did you have a word to say, or is anyone else about what their experience was with the instant pay raise?
Oh man, you're doing a phenomenal job keeping this very conversational, very digestible. And I love your approach. It's not sales. We're talking, you know, this is real concerns that we're dealing with, especially with where we're going with this economy. And we're just getting started. You know, what's amazing about this program. And yes, we have thousands of results around the country. This is nothing new. This is more like, you know, with this information, we know that we're shining the light in a dark financial room and then allowing people to say, hey, you know what, give me my money back. I can make a better choice, because the word opportunity truly comes from having options. So with what you're sharing is very simple. I love the education approach. And I tell people, get your money back, because on average, and we're keeping, I'd rather under promise, over deliver, but really we're being very conservative with the numbers that people are seeing. Thousands and thousands of people around the country are seeing instant money back into their paychecks, literally just from a W-4 adjustment, which is the federal adjustment. And I recommend anybody, especially right now, you know, back in the day, you were able to go in there and make your little slight adjustments and, you know, claim 100 kids on and then 6 months later, take everything off. I really highly recommend, do not play around with this new IRS. They just put a 87,000, I'll say it one more time, 87,000 brand new IRS agents to get their money back. It's nothing personal, but it's business because of all the money, the stimulus money, the state of affairs, the hyperinflation, which is just another tax code to wear people out. Get your money back. And now we have the professionals that basically can protect us to do it legally, morally, and ethically. And you're right on point, man. Let's just keep on rolling.
Yeah. Step 1 is getting that instant pay raise. Step 2. Now, I didn't know this was a thing, but there are professional negotiators who will negotiate your bills. That's right here, lower my bills, bill negotiator. And so what they would do is you literally upload electric bill, insurance bill, internet bill, your TV bill, right? All your bills, and they will have professionals who are experts in this They will negotiate on your behalf, literally. And so, and they will follow up in 6 months' time automatically. And so for me personally, they lowered my own internet bill, $50 over 6 months. Coach, I know you got even bigger, right?
This right here blew my mind because, hey, think about it. I've had Verizon, you choose your poison, tomatoes, I like Verizon, all right? But when they actually lower my Verizon bill, $276 a quarter, I was done. I mean, this was like shining light in a room. I could not believe that wealthy people, these are systems and strategies that they've always used, because know why? 98% of the population aren't going to have professional negotiators. So know what they do? They hire these firms like this to lower all of their expenses. See, I learned a principle a long time ago, and it's called compound interest. It's kind of like a penny a day double. See, wealthy people operate on that principle. They're not lucky, and they're definitely not better looking than you. I promise you that. Just look at all of them, right? But I tell you one thing, they operate with, and they let the professional firms to protect them from the financial injustices that's set up against the people, because they know 98% of us are just going to pay our bill. We're going to be that good little boy and girl and not going to say nothing. And we're definitely not going to have the person who can make the right phone call to put them in check. We're giving this right here is the game changer by itself with regards to the average member that uses this special membership, no sales, because we crunch numbers, we scale this, saves minimum of $2,000 a month shifted back into your existing income. We're not talking about get a side hustle, lotion, potion, vitamins, scaling, risking your money in investments. We're talking about shifting $2,000 on average back into your household immediately from the membership alone, what he's talking about. So I'll take that $1,100 a year back from Verizon. I was going to pay them anyway. I had them for 15 years. Come on, I'm getting paid on a bill that I was already going to pay, and I'm writing it off. So we're triple dip here. We're making the system work for us instead of us work against the system, because now we know all wealthy people have professionals in all of these areas of their finances. Back to you, Brother Jerome.
And I think that's the key, is that the paradigm shift is, you can find a lot of things on YouTube or just on the internet that's like, DIY, do it yourself. And it's just, I mean, it doesn't really even make sense. Just let the professionals do their job. That's the paradigm shift that we want to mainstream and make the new normal. I mean, the reason why you yourself have a job is because somebody's outsourcing to your expertise, right? So it just makes sense that we would just do the same, especially when it comes to our finances. Step 3 is eliminating your debt. If you follow the bank's schedule, as I said, you're going to pay the maximum interest. That's absurd. What we do is we say, punch in all of your debts, all the information about each credit, each debt that you have, and it's going to instantly, through the software, through this portal, it's going to tell you exactly the detailed payment plan you should do to pay the minimum amount of interest. And this right here alone is where folks in the program will save thousands, nothing short of multiple thousands from this alone.
Can I share something there?
Yeah.
You're just making me just tell it all, man. I'm an entrepreneur, 1099. I've worked at W2, had good jobs, if you can even put that in the same sentence now. There's no good job out there right now because people are being overtaxed. But this system, what you're just talking about right here, this debt eliminator software, I know the software by itself is at least $6,000. I was going to start a company that just did this. This comes with the membership, and they're actually going to enhance it on February the 4th to not only lower or cut your long-term mortgage. I just bought this house not even a year ago. Matter of fact, I got an offer on it today. I love it. All right. But anyway, if I keep the house, right? I took a 30-year mortgage out. You put in the debt elimination roll down software. They reverse engineer your numbers. I don't know how they do it. They're like, I don't know how are the clouds hanging in the sky? I don't know. I'm not going to try and figure it out. I'm not going to go down that road. But cut my 30-year mortgage to 13 years. This house will be paid off if I stay in this house, making the same mortgage payment in 13 years. Gone, finito. And if I dare to actually add more money to it, I can knock this house out by 2029. It gives you the debt-free date. That right there is what you can put your car note in here, credit cards in here, anything that is you pay interest on, you put it in there and it literally shaves it off by simply changing the days that you pay monthly. It's all done. They're beating us it's like the game of football. It's a game of inches. And we're being played by the game if you don't have the right equipment. See, if you're trying to do it yourself, do your taxes, do your credit, do your bill shredding, do your debt elimination. Do you know I learned one thing? Remember this quote where they say, don't be the jack of all things, be the master of one? This is what I found out. If you become the master of building teams and letting wealthy people work, rich and smart people work for you, that's the only thing you got to master, that one thing. This is what they have mastered. While we're out there working for money, they have money working for them. Because Warren Buffett says it best. If you never find a way to make money while you're sleeping, and this is for anybody, this is universal, you'll be forced to work till you die. That's pretty bold. I didn't say it. Don't get mad at Coach. Get mad at Warren Buffett. But I think he has the documentation to back what he's saying. So back to you, Jerome.
Yeah. And that was just step 3. So step 4, again, the robustness of this system. The robustness of this is about credit restoration. Your credit will determine the amount of interest you pay when you take out get financing. Okay, so it is essential that you just have the best credit possible, and there's a lot of errors on people's credit report. They're illegal items, and so again, defer to the paid experts and have them write the letter for you exactly word for word what you need to send to the 3 credit bureaus to fix your credit, and it gets you into the 700s and 800s where all of us can be. There's no reason why we can't. So credit restoration, this is actually included for free in this program, but it is a core part. It's step number 4. And as I jump back here, anyone have any questions? Told y'all to interrupt me.
All right, I got to interrupt you again, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Because right now, people are realizing as the dollar's depreciating, like I'm telling folks, I'm not bringing doom and gloom, but this reality, we'll be a cashless society within the next 2 to 5 years or less. So all you're going to have is your credit. It's called credibility. So if people aren't really right now understanding the power of your credit and working on it right now, their head is in the sand or they're just lost in the matrix. They're asleep. They're surviving. And we're here to shake people up that know something's going on. This is not for everybody, because some people, they're going to be sleeping no matter what you say. But I say this because this package is so universal and it runs in parallel with whatever you're doing. And through this membership, it gives you some exclusive access to companies that are already established. MWR is pass-through. These are real firms that have been in place 20 and 30 years that do the work. This is just a doorway to a special membership only, to major companies that all of the wealthy people use. I wanted to elaborate right there with this credit, because right now people are finding out that to pay for credit has really been illegal for 27 years. There was an act established back in 1995. It's called the CROA. Please look it up. The Credit Repairs Organizations Act. The Credit Repairs Organizations Act. that basically put an act in place that you are not to pay for credit until your services are satisfactory and they have proven to help you. And you either had to be a nonprofit organization to do it for no profit, nonprofit, or you have to be an attorney firm. So most companies that you've been paying for credit repair aren't even credit repair companies. You're paying an attorney fee. I have been guilty of it because I didn't know better. But when I found out better, I can do better. I think this is pretty simple. If I have to convince somebody of that, I apologize. But with what's going on with the credit, on average, Cambridge Credit is the company that does the work. How do I know that? Cambridge Credit is owned by, and he's the CEO of this program. His name is Brian T. House. So we've been in compliance with the Credit Repairs Organizations Act for 27 years. Actually, it was one of the companies that helped establish it in Congress when they wrote it in the law. So why is this a big deal right now? Because you're seeing a lot of these credit companies right now, or credit repair companies, they are actually changing their policies, and they're going to have to stay in business, or they're going to get shut down like many other programs recently. That they must do your credit for free for 6 months. And then after that 6 month, kind of like getting a free trial on Netflix or something like that, if you then choose, if you do not deny the charge, then they can charge you. But that's after they gave you results. But with this program, this is documented, everything I'm talking about with this program, they've helped on average people get anywhere from 50 to 150 credit score increase in a very short period, under 6 months. And not only do they repair and restore credit, they continuously work for you as long as you have the membership active, because things are always changing. You get a car, you make an inquiry, you didn't know something hit your credit, and they protect and build your credit, which is different than just credit repair. Put a Band-Aid on something, get into a house, and then you get back into the same situation. So this is full credit protection, and it includes a spouse. This services, everything we're talking about, includes a financial package for a husband and wife, mother and daughter, father and son, son and mom. It doesn't matter. It covers 2 people in a household for the less than the price of a cup of coffee. Back to you.
Yes. That was step 4. Step 5 is the Hurdler app. And I like the Hurdler app. I'm a software engineer, and folks, there's a lot of people, I'm gonna be blunt with this. No one is malicious, but most people are not legally compliant. They are not tracking their expenses. And if you have a side hustle, most people do, regardless of how little or much it makes, you need to track your expenses for the purpose, period. And small business owners are notorious for not tracking it. This Hurdler app connects to your banking account. It connects to your credit card. I kid you not. It lists everything that's hitting those accounts. You swipe left for a personal expense. You swipe right for a business expense. And yes, if you have multiple businesses, when you swipe right for a business expense, it says, well, which one? And so for me, I got a cryptocurrency business called Rival Coins. I got Mega School, a learning platform. I have this MWR, I get referrals and commissions off of that. I got to track that legally. And this allows me to stay legally compliant, included in the package. Awesome product. And on top of that, this tax hotline right here, that was step 5. So this is step 6. Step 6. I think I forgot something. Oh, okay. I know what I'm forgetting. The tax hotline, okay? Unlimited access to the CPAs, enrolled agents, tax professionals, unlimited access, 9 to 5 central, on the phone, unlimited chat. This is what this guy is, right? I like using the chat personally, but I use both. And I kid you not, I've asked so many questions, particularly in regards to my crypto business. Crazy situations come up in the crypto world. I asked them, hey, what if I wanted to pay 99% tax rate. I know it sounds crazy. There's a reason behind it, but they said you can't. It is illegal to overpay on your taxes. You have to tell us what your expenses are and you have to pay your bill. You cannot overpay. You'll get a refund or credit. And so that alone opened my eyes to some things. And I had to change my business model because I could take my time. I didn't have to look at the clock, pay 200 an hour to get professional counsel on the taxes and being compliant.
I want to add in there also that this platform with the taxes, first of all, Hurdler is the company that actually, if you're ever in the Uber or Uber Eats, they actually use this same software. It's the company that actually we partner up just for credibility, just for anybody on here, like, that's kind of, I have a skeptical nature, skeptical mind, but I'm not skeptical and broke. I use it to vet things the correct way because I know when you have certain companies that partner, they have more to lose than anybody on the line here. But Hurdler is the company that actually does the software and the GPS and tracking system for Uber and Uber Eats. So that speaks volume for itself. This is actually the app that they give you, the version of it is called Hurdler Pro. This is ideal for if you're in a real estate agent, you're a professional, if you're a networker, if you're an entrepreneur, because right now, do you know that you're the #1 target? You have a big target. Matter of fact, they don't even use targets no more. They have a red dot. They're watching everything that you're doing, especially if you're even in the deregulated space, crypto. This is why a lot of people in different spaces get involved in this because you're being watched. And say, how am I being watched? Through this device. They're watching us right now. Okay, so there's nothing that is being hidden. So we must be protected in the unseen and in the seen. And that's why this is basically, I tell folks, this is mandatory. I'm a business coach also. And if I'm working with a client and they do not get on this service, I refuse to work with them. They don't qualify. I can't, because they're going to make me look bad. So I use this to help protect entrepreneurs, especially people doing side hustles. You can't do a side hustle no more. Barber shops. If you're a barber, you need this because they're watching you. They're going to get this money back from people that do not keep proper records. The federal government is serious about these 87,000 reps. Why do I tell you this? Because I just enrolled an enroll agent. They're in this same program. So this is not low level network marketing, referral, and this little petty stuff. I'm letting you know this value proposition of this package is essential if you earn any form of money and you want to protect your money moving into the future. This is mandatory. It's just a no-brainer. But back to you.
Yes. Number, keep up, 7 is that because you're tracking with Hurdler and because we're already connected with these tax professionals, they will do your taxes. They will do your taxes, Schedule C and your personal. They will do your taxes as part of having this membership. Okay. That's number 7. All right. I kind of need to breeze through here, so I want to keep the time, but it's crazy.
It's robust. It's robust.
So very robust. So the cash back, you see upper left here, says cash back. We're going to jump over to the Passport. That's the investment portion. But real quick, I want to mention that when people are reducing their expenses, getting that cash back, the knee-jerk response is, "Oh, give me some Nike stock or some Dogecoin." Okay, those are investments and risky ones at that. We say when you free up cash, what you want to do is you want to start a business, a home-based business of some kind.
Yep.
As long as it's legal, ethical, and it pays your money, it'll do. Okay. But home-based, because you get the tax benefits, those existing internet bills, cell phone bill, a percentage of your rent, mortgage is now considered business expenses, which is again give you even more cash back. And with that business income, that's what we want to use for the Passport. And I know that, well, you may be thinking, one does not simply start a business, okay? But we have a way to help people with that portion. But keep that in mind, sandwiched in between cash back and the Passport, that's going to be the investment portfolio, is business income. We'll circle back to that. But we're going to get to 8 and 9 of this membership. And the first one is, as you see here, the private reserve account. The private reserve account is competitive and replaces your savings account, your 401ks, and your IRAs. The savings account does not, it does not keep up with inflation. Inflation is 2.5% minimum. Look at what you're getting in your savings account. You're bleeding money. The private reserve account, in contrast, it appreciates above inflation with compound interest and has in the past 100 years. Okay. In contrast to your 401k, IRA, you can contribute unlimited to your private reserve account, tax-free, and you can withdraw at any time for any reason, any amount, tax-free from your private reserve account. The wealthy, you heard me right, the wealthy have been using this for years, this private banking system, self-banking system, and it is past time to mainstream it, because we all need to protect ourselves from inflation. We all need access to our savings. We all need to be able to contribute without any loopholes or gotchas into our savings. So the private reserve account simply stores your money, protected from inflation. It's actually not an investment vehicle. It's just to store your money, especially that business income. And then once you're ready to invest, we have land banking. And with land banking, exclusive access to land in Southern California, purchase at wholesale, 20 to 40% below the market. It's in the path of growth. They're going to build a green city in Antelope Valley, California. And this is when the Olympics come in 2028, it's going to be hot. And so you will have access to purchase that land in the path of growth, in the path of development, and getting an average between 20 to 40% yield. Low risk investment, land, nothing new. We understand it is tried and true. And so we expose people to land banking as their first investment. We have some other investment options coming in February, but I said this is a 9-step program, so I'm going to leave it at 9. I'm going to update it come February. Okay. Coach, were you about to say something?
Yes, I definitely want to add to this. First of all, when we start, this is an adult conversation. I think everybody is over the age of 18 on this call, and if not, we have 18-year-olds doing this right now. Just how powerful this is. This is not a game. When we look at private reserve accounts, IULs, I just read an article, came from Forbes, that Disney, all of the major companies you see, first of all, they attach themselves to insurance. Okay, think about it. When you walk into a bank, it says FDIC. Do you know that you can become your own bank and borrow against yourself tax-free? Most people do not realize that a 401, 457, all those fancy words, those are just different names for tax codes. Do you know that 98% of the people are out there suffering because people make money on your ignorance or lack of knowledge thereof? And I'm not saying ignorance in that way. I'm saying that I was ignorant to this 2 years ago. Just didn't know. And these are the secrets of the wealthy. This is how they maintain themselves. And this is why even in a down economy, they still win. This is universal. It doesn't care what your last name is. It doesn't care what side of the tracks you came from. Look, my mom told me, just because you might be born broke, but it's not your responsibility to die broke. So with these type of systems in place, I really, a lot of times question a person's financial maturity if they see something like this and they still think this is some type of Susu or Ponzi scheme. We vet, and we have some of the best firms, top firms in the country that you would not even get a call from, I know, because they only work with accredited investors or sophisticated investors that have a certain portfolio to even have a conversation. The firm that does this right now is called Mod Financial. They were formerly CalChoice. You can look them up. Coach T, I'm about documentation. I have a law enforcement background. I'm super skeptical, and I'm very concerned and always have been concerned about who I'm connected my name to. That's just from that's just GP. But these are the top firms that you would never even, they wouldn't even give you a call. Look up MOD, M-O-D Financial out of Arizona. We work personally with them. Some of the wealthiest people in this country have accounts with MOD. You, for the less than the price of a cup of coffee, because we bring volume with the membership, give us the same exact access. That's what you're looking at. And this actually system puts money back in your existing economy, unlike going to get a hustle or work harder. Do you know, once we found out, myself, I don't have a problem with working. I work with the best of them, physical, mental, doesn't matter. Money, I found out, works harder and better than we do because it does not take off when you have to have the right relationship with it and put it in the right place. It's just like a person. It's just like a spouse. It's just like a girlfriend, boyfriend. It's just like a child. It's just like a dog. You abuse a dog after a while. I'm gonna be honest with you. He's gonna bite you and then he's gonna run somewhere else. I already know it. So money really works the same way. And the biggest, I'm finding the wealth gap across the country has nothing to do with the color of our skin, has nothing to do with the last name, has nothing, it's not, those are all the things they throw at us to keep us off target with the elites. We're giving this level of information to the average, everyday person who would never hear about this. And we're very passionate about it because in many ways, the country existence, I'm not getting spooky, is on the line. If you know what's going on. And I know that because I deal with wealthy people every day who uses this same system and they're basically batten down the hatches for what's about to come. So this program takes any excuse away from anyone because I know that for the price of a cup of coffee, anybody has access to it and then really can have these professionals work for free. I do not pay for this system anymore, because we have a referral-based system that if you share it with 3 like-minded people with common sense, to be honest with you, they waive the membership. These people work for me for free. Every single one of them that you just heard about. And more getting added, which leads to, I guess, the next, before we get off of here, because we're gonna do a hard stop. For the first time ever in this, especially in this economy, we know that there's a major issue with interest rates. The Fed said they're going up again in the real estate space. I think I have a couple of real estate professionals on here right now. They can speak up. A good friend of mine, Jimmy, I just partnered with him. He's out of Florida, real estate guru. I don't know what the rates are. I think last week they were 7.5. That's ridiculous. I mean, back in May, I got a 2.5 interest rate on this home right before rates went through. But, you know, benefits of this program, when your credit is, you know, in good shape because you let professionals do it, you get different treatment. They didn't know who I was. I just was a name on an application. So there was no discrimination. All right, I'm just keeping it. It has nothing to do with some things with thinking holding us back. It has all to do with being a master of letting professionals work for you. That's gonna free somebody right there, because a lot of times we've just been working too hard. But with that being said, we are launching, it's called the Fire Your Landlord Path to Home Ownership. Y'all just saw the Path to Home Ownership. This program is only going to be exclusive for people that are actually members in this system, or people that you know that is sick and tired of paying someone else's mortgage, because that's all rent is. Rent is just called retail mortgage. I know, I was in the mortgage, I was in the rent. If I didn't make a profit, I'm not renting the property. So basically, people right now are paying someone's rent, which is retail mortgage. That's why there's an R, there's a re in front of it. You're just paying retail on someone's mortgage. That's how they make money on you. So with this program, it's going to be income-based, credit, no credit limits. It's a meaning that it's not going to even look at your credit. Now, if you have great credit, they're going to have some different options for you. But as you're in this system, getting cleaned up, preparing for the interest rates to lower. I have people that are high income earners in this. They can buy a home right now, but they're not going to pay 7.5% interest. So they're using this system because what we have done is partner with one of the largest real estate hedge funds in the entire country. They saw this program. They're from Florida. They saw our pathway and they said, we would be honored to partner with you because y'all are doing the right thing. And we have a perfect program called Fire Your Landlord for people who are sick and tired of paying rent and break the renter's curse. And say, well, what's the market share there? I have a house. I have a home too. But what's the market share? Over 44,000 renters that are being crushed when people are paying $1,700. I talked to somebody today paying $1,750 here in Atlanta for a 1-bedroom apartment, not $17.50. There's people paying, I spoke to a young man in California paying $3,600 a month for a 1-bedroom apartment. I don't pay that for this 6,000 square foot home. There's a problem. So what we're doing is we're actually removing the barriers that keep most people from ever being homeowners. We're removing that barrier. All we're saying is if you're willing to help yourself, if you're willing to get fiscally fit, financially fiscally fit, and let the professionals clean you up, they're going to basically back you and say, we're going to buy the house for you. This is what's powerful. There's going to be another tile open up, like how Jerome went through these tiles, and it's going to be pathway to home ownership. It's going to be added to this platform that you're seeing. You're going to put how much rent you pay, how much you make, all of the simple things that you're already going to do to get an apartment and then still got to pay the first month and all that. None of that's a part of this program. This is going to be simpler to get into a home than an apartment. All right. So with that, as long as the person's coming through this system, they're going to have exclusive access to this only program out there. This is not NACA. I had that question. Is this NACA? No, this NACA is tough. You got to go to 6 months of rehabilitation. I know what they really do. But that's another subject. No, this is the education platform that's going to get you into any home you want and anybody you know into a home. No excuses. Because inventory is high and the banks want to get these homes off the books. Nobody's moving the economy. So we're stepping in with this very unique program that's been vetted by some of the top people in the real estate industry with a major hedge fund that's going to say, hey, you know what? You pay $1,700 a month. You qualify for a house for $350,000. We're going to actually give you a certification and we're going to give you the letter of proof that we're going to back you. Go work with any real estate agent that you want, and we're going to let them know we're going to buy the home from that agent. Oh, there's an opportunity for agents too, by the way, because I know agents are challenged in many different economies, right? It depends on where you're at. So you're going to walk pre-approved based on this system that you just saw today. But this is the other thing. Opportunity windows are always closing. People that wait, we understand. They miss opportunities, but they're not, because they don't know the word wait means to move. It's called a verb, by the way. So wait means move, take action now. So with this program, for those that wait, mean move, take advantage of this membership, it is for a limited time, only $99, and it includes a spouse with a home on the end of the cherry. So they really remove all the excuses, all the barriers for people that are serious. I like it. I tell the owner, the only downside to this is not $1,000 a month. Because I got mad when I saw this program, because I was paying over $1,000 a month for 3 of these systems. I hope you know, if I'm talking to a business owner out there that really knows the value of what this truly is, this is really about $1,300 a month. If you were to itemize each one of these portals, each one of these services easily. Okay. There's another platform coming for our investors. You know, I got a house, I make money. I want to talk to you also. I'm like that too. I'm just incognito with it. I just keep a baseball cap on, just don't follow me home. Okay. This is real simple. We have a new Forex platform coming. It's fully 100% transparent. Double-digit returns. I'm gonna say it again. Because I have friends that are so, oh, single digit returns, single digit returns. They're like, coach, do you want to get in? No. If it's not doubling, I'm not involved. It's called compound interest. I said, no, I'm not involved. I'm not interested in that. And I know people are raving about different programs out there, not downing anybody's system that you're in. That's great. Add double-digit returns, a platform that's fully transparent. They actually trade for the federal government. So the FBI and CIA compliant, approved. They trade for the federal government. I'm letting you know there's something huge coming, something huge. Don't let the cost of it fool you, because this is a big, big program. And we're adding more components. We're adding a hedge fund program to it, the hedge fund and the money management fund to it, because people's returns on the double-digit platform are going to be so great, you're going to have to own nothing but control everything. I'm saying that to a certain crowd on here for a reason, if you know what I'm talking about. So yes, we're going to have the protection so that we are tax exempt. Did I say that? We're working with another exclusive family, a family now, that saw what we were doing, caught their attention on a Zoom similar to this. They saw the value proposition and said, we want to work with you. We want to work with you, because people making double-digit returns, y'all, you can become a millionaire in 12 months just off of the trading platform. We're not even talking about this stuff. All right, we just go, but we have a new platform coming that they did not. They said we have never worked with a company. We've only kept this undercover secrets for the families, but we see what you're doing to save the country, the contribution that we're doing with a financial education platform done for you. We want to partner with you, so we want to protect the members with a trust. This is not your standard trust. I have a trust already. I highly recommend it. If you're a high income earner on here, please get a trust. Please protect your family, protect your work. And if you have a trust, that means you've made some money. You don't want it in your name anyway. So we're going to have this program in place, and it's going to be attached to this membership, and you'll have access. So the Fire Your Landlord, do we have any questions on how this works? Jerome asked me to come on here. We're going to do this consistently. This podcast is working extremely well. There's a referral system, but we wanted you to really see the value of what's involved with it.
We had a coach. You're on mute. We had a couple of questions in the chat. Shanor, I believe, it is the $100 a month. It is $100 a month. It's not a one-time payment. And with that, as Coach was mentioning, there needs to be a return on investment on a monthly basis. And so when people are vetting this and considering this system, we want to make sure and help you understand how on a month-to-month basis you're getting a return without any question. So it is $99.97. I'll say 100 a month. Okay.
But it's free too, Jerome.
Say it again.
I said, but it's free.
Okay. Touche. Yeah.
Who wants it free? That's all I want to know.
Right. Three referrals. Yours is free. It is what it is. That's the business. So yeah.
I think we had a couple of questions in the chat. I read it.
Yeah.
Because it's only $99 until the 4th of February. This is going up. I'm letting everybody know that. I actually demanded the owners, like, and he didn't even hike it up enough. I'm like, this should be $1,000 a month. Are you like kidding me? If people don't understand that, they just haven't made enough money yet. I'm just being real. I'm very candid and very direct with regards to understanding what we really have here. But anybody have any questions? Hey, look, any testimonies on here? I mean, I don't want you to just listen to me. I'm not a salesman. I'm a businessman. I mean, if I was a salesman, I'd be on here with a fancy shirt on and trying to impress you with Zoom lights. No, I'm not that guy. This is a conversation with my community.
In the chat real quick, end times for this age. So you have to be part of the program to get into Fire Your Landlord. That's correct? That's correct.
Okay, I have a question.
Shoot,
I
go
have
ahead.
a
Yes.
question. Okay, if I'm a landlord already, but I'm looking for a single family house to live in, will I still be able to participate in the program with Fire Your Landlord?
Absolutely. I'll put it like this. This hedge fund with the Fire Landlord, I'm actually, because I work 3 from the top of the company, there's certain things I can't say yet, but what's going to blow your mind February 4th, especially for our investors on here. So you're in an ideal situation. I'm on the same page with you.
Okay.
Okay? It's going to outright blow your mind. But this is what it is. The price is going up. It's going to go up like $50. I mean, I still said, man, come on, Brian, just at least make it $500 a month. People are not going to appreciate it. But he wants everybody to win. The guy's a multi-million. He wants everybody to win. You know, we just ask you, do you want to win right now? You know.
So can you explain, as we bring people in, what is our incentives?
Oh, there's a referral. I don't. It's a referral bonus. Well, it's referring to membership, and then it depends on your position. If you get the back office in your landing page, when people actually join the common sense, affordable package, you get a $40 referral every time they come in, but you get a $10 a month residual on every one of the members. This is a point-driven system. It goes anywhere from, I'm gonna be transparent with you, because the component, I don't wanna basically distract people from the value of it by sharing how much money you can truly make if you got your entrepreneur hat, but I think I'm talking to one because of the question you asked. Yes, you get paid handsomely and you get paid every single day of the week. The top of what we get paid right now is $15,000 a day. A day.
Wow. Okay.
Look, if y'all don't want it, I'm getting it. I'm just being real. This is designed. You can tell I have fun doing this. I really do. I've been saying this for years. People work way too hard. And I say, especially, you know, from a guy, you know, I have a PhD and all that good stuff. And I stopped right there. PhD was enough for me, a public high school diploma. Okay. So once I figured out the game, somebody will catch it in a minute. I learned too much too soon. I made too much money in the hip hop industry when I was 19. I've been ruined ever since. There's no excuse for people to struggle financially. I bought into that when I was 19 years old. All right. I'm just being real. Do you know it's easier to make more money than to make less? If you have a team. So we're showing you the wealth strategy. We're showing where the right side of the cash flow quadrant, Robert Kiyosaki, cash flow quadrant, Rich Dad Poor Dad. We learn all wealthy people, all build teams and business systems and invest. That's why some people miss this, because we've been programmed to do it all ourselves. You know, that's been an intentional brainwash. When all wealthy people do partnerships, you walk into a Walmart, you see a Subway, you see a nail shop, you see Tide, you see Game. Don't you know that they work together? When one makes money, they all, and I share with people, it's so simple, maybe because I haven't been educated out of common sense. Get back to being a child and just think. It's better to work as a team than an individual. Do you know we've been being beat? Because even with COVID on top, they've taught us to be separate. This is an intentional program. I'm not trying to get too deep on this, but if we really just understand, and when I say we, I'm talking about 98% of the American population. I tell people, I come from a family of mixed nuts. You look at my family, you won't know who's in my family. We got everybody in our family. Okay, I'm just being transparent. There's one race, the human race. I don't play low frequency stuff. It's their fault, that person, that nationality. That's where broke people play. They point the finger at everyone but the self. as the source. All right. So this will free a lot of people. It's freed me. It's freed me. So, and it's easy to free people that know they're free. People that know that they're slave, you can't save them. They'll think you're trying to get their money. They're scared. They got 1,001 questions. And I'm like, I'm gonna do my research. I had one person say that. I said, your research is between your gross and your net. You should be questioning that $18,000. You make 50,000, you only take home 32. That's the research that. She said, you know, you got a good point. I said, I'm not trying to have a good point. I just got common sense. The research is in. We're saying this. We have the solution. And if you show me something better, I'll do it with you. That's Coach's rule. But I have not seen anything yet that where you can run parallel with whatever you do financially. This is big for busy people. Actually, this will make you less busy, this program. And if you dare to build a little team where we're going, that's going to pay you every single day deposits. We get paid every day at 504, real money, active income, meaning in real time. You work today, you get paid today. A customer comes in, I get $40. A business partner gets started, I get $50 every day. It's amazing how you'll find out who you really are once you stop chasing money. That was free, I just gave you. And you'll know I should have known better all the time. You'll amaze yourself at who you are and how powerful you are once you remove the money issue and be free. And I'm not saying make a whole bunch of money. There's people that's free that don't make a lot of money, but they're free. I'm gonna give you this because it's called an intangible. More people need to be free so they can actually fall and operate in their assignment. You know how many people leave and never know, and know deep inside you're here for a reason? I'm not getting deep. I'm just getting real, because I'm talking to some folks on here that are sick and tired of being sick and tired, living quiet lives of desperation, chasing a green little fiat dollar that means nothing. So I want to be very transparent. We're about getting free, y'all. So any other questions? Fire Landlord, it's a 3-year program. 36 months, they're saying, all right, we're gonna back you for 36 months. As long as you're in this system, getting your credit right, getting your taxes right, getting efficient, then you can go shop for your own mortgage. And we're gonna have mortgage options in the program that will not drill you because you're 1099. It's gonna be very lenient because you're in the membership. See, the membership has privileges. You're gonna hear that a lot now. But the membership has exclusive privileges. And I share this with anybody. If people do not hear about this program from you, they're gonna hear about it from someone else. Because why? You cannot hold good news. Are people trying to hoodwink others or wait till you can't hold it. Are people waiting to get involved in this? They were waiting to get and then their friends are calling them about it. This has gone viral across the country since we announced the Fire Your Landlord movement, because Americans are tired. They're angry. They're facing the injustice. And they're saying, you know what? I'm gonna do something about it. So that's who we want to connect with. Only people that want to do something about it. The other people that just, on here, this is a little Zoom zone. Yeah. But we need to do it for them because they don't know how important it is. But anyway, next. Any other questions, Jerome?
What is the lowest price and highest amount for the Fire Your Landlord that you'll be pre-approved for?
Any amount. When I tell y'all this is the largest real estate hedge fund in the country, I'm letting you know. If Coach C said it once, Coach C says it twice. I'm an entrepreneur outside this. This hedge fund right here is across the country. And let me share this with you. This hedge fund is international. And all of this will be revealed on February the 4th. Okay? And I like this. The membership is so powerful because of the firms that back us. This is what they say in writing. If this membership doesn't help you save, grow, or protect your money within a 30-day window, they'll give you your money back. In the financial services space, guarantee you on your money. I think what they're trying to do is say, hey, you know what? You either serious or you playing games. And that's how they use it as a system to vet people out. Because wealthy people don't waste their time with people wasting time. They have too much on their plate. They have names to protect. You're being access to a program that has never been accessed or offered to the American public. I'm letting you know this. That's why you haven't heard about these firms. And you won't. This is not H&R Block. This is not Lexington Law. This is not TurboTax. They show you how to structure your business, to protect your business, to protect your family. So, any other questions? I know the Fire Your Landlord has a lot of attention. I mean, I'm telling you, as we're talking, people are texting me now, what's the link? How do I sign up? Any other questions?
Are there other costs beyond the 99?
There's only costs where, for example, if you want to get smart credit, we use a service called Smart Credit, and this is optional. Like to upload your credit reports, you can go to freecreditreport.com and basically put in your free credit reports. We work with a third-party vendor called Smart Credit, very easy to read. They do the 3 bureau reports, very clean, but also they do wallet protection, ID protection from the dark web, basically, protection, ID protection. Most people have that attached to a bank account, paying $30 a month. I was already paying something like that to Wells Fargo. When I came into the program, I just started using Smart Credit, and it does more. And it gives me unlimited access to my credit reports. So outside of that, we work with another company called Bill Shredder. They only make money when they lower your bills. They're very clear on how that works. Like if they save me $90 a month on my Verizon bill, I might give them $20. But it comes from the money that is saved. So it's not like me paying them. They're just basically getting their work because that's how they work for us. That's how they get paid for their work. That's what they do professionally. So outside of that, no, to be a business, to be IRS tax compliant, it's $50. People ask me, how much is the business? $50. I told him I say, Brian, come on. I run a website with my other company. I pay $200 a month for a landing page. Your landing page is $50 a month here, and it becomes a tax write-off because it opens the window to over 470 write-offs that you're losing right now. I help people in the real estate space. A lot of folks rolling dirty out there. And the IRS, that's the target. That's what they're looking for. They're coming after people that don't have proper business records. You need just this, if you're a private vendor or an entrepreneur in here, just to protect yourself from the new IRS. I can prove it. If you don't believe me, look up publication 535 on the IRS.gov, publication 535. And if you saw this and whoever you invited you on this call, you're going to call them ASAP and say, sign me up all the way. Give me the $50 back office. Why? Because you can run multiple businesses from this Hurdler app, and that back office now keeps you clean and IRS compliant, because that's who they're looking for, people that aren't in order. I don't care if you're a barbershop owner, nail salon, side hustle, out there prospecting. See, we get paid from the intent to make a profit, not make a profit. You see how they tricked us? We get paid on intent. Over 470 times the IRS tells us to start a home-based business. Then we go out and start a nail salon. That's not a home business. We got a landscaper. That's not starting a home-based business. It's coded different. A home-based business is employing your social security number so you can move your straw man correctly. I'm saying that intentionally for people that know what I'm talking about. Other than that, your straw man's dead. I know what I'm talking about. I've been around a little bit. I'm sharing you how to actually control your money and your life and your options through something so simple that some people overlook it because they don't truly know what they're looking at. So that's why I really want to talk a little deeper. I have millionaires on this program. I have real estate professionals on this program, insurance professionals on this program. I'm serious. I'm telling you, you're losing a lot of money if you're not using these systems. Let these professionals work for you going into this new economy. This is a new economy, and we're just getting started. We're going into a serious recession. And I tell people, get out of an apartment. Stop throwing your money away. Stop renting. You might as well you're better off go and have a barbecue. Take the money and have a barbecue. At least we can do some ribs or something. Come on, throw your money away. You're paying somebody else's mortgage. I mean, that's being played at the highest level. I couldn't psychologically handle it. I know somebody else is saying the same thing. I'm done with it. Get my house. No cap. You can go get a $650,000 house. As long as you're in this system. All right? No, it doesn't matter. It's all income based. Then your credit is not going to even be the determining factor. So no credit hurdles. And we know that's what keeps 90% of people from ever becoming homeowners. We remove that barrier with this program. Any other questions?
Hardy Evans said $15,000 for doing exactly what? I'm not entirely sure what that means.
Oh, $15,000 a day if you actually share this information and can work as a team and build business systems like the wealthy people do. We have a pay structure on a comp plan that actually pays from anywhere. I'll be honest with you, they're going to be going from $15 a day all the way up to $15,000 a day. Right now, we currently go from $5 a day all the way up to $8,500 a day. And that's with building a network, a team, a business system. That's how we do that. That's done through volume. But if you just want to come in and use the membership and leverage the home-based business taxes, that's cool, and still keep doing what you're doing. It's all day. But if you want that daily pay, like when I saw the whole package, look, I know I'm supposed to get paid with everything I do. I'm in the PPE space. That's where that's my real business. I do personal protection equipment on a federal level. That's where my real money is. But I'll take an extra $15,000 a day, like for real. Guy like with a PhD can do it. I know y'all can do it now. Next question.
We're being asked to share our social media info.
We got a ton of it. We got a ton of social media info. You can go to MWR Facebook testimonials. I'm letting you know, blow your mind. Blow your mind. In the midst of a pandemic, do y'all know how wealthy people are getting with financial strategies? Not hustling. Not hustling. Do you know the more you work, the higher you get taxed? It goes all the way back to Rome. It's called a slave tax. A lot of people don't know this, and sometimes when I say it, they can't take the pain, that the harder you work, the less you're gonna make. The more money your money makes, it's called non-wage income. This is showing you how to make your money make money. And then you reverse your aging process too at the same time. Y'all don't know I'm 92 years old. Y'all will catch that later. No, this is serious, y'all. I'm serious. It's nothing good.
And Coach, I think that they presumably, perhaps they wanted our personal. So I put in my Twitter handle.
Oh, okay.
Megaschool1_me. Megaschool1_me. I also put it in the chat. In the future, I'll have to remember, Coach, to just put it in my name on the Zoom.
There you go.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, if you need to reach out, we have contact information. You go through Brother Jerome or anybody that was invited to you. I just kind of come in. I work directly with corporate. I know some major things are going to happen with this opportunity that's going to just blow it through the roof, especially our Forex trading platform. And I say this because lightning is striking twice. I found this in life, that you never have to chase money if you find the solution to the world's problems. See, you don't have to be a great salesperson. You don't got to be some super recruiter. See, that's all illusions. You see what I'm saying? I keep it very transparent because I'm a builder. My whole goal is to help as many people win that want to win. I can't help somebody win that does not have the right equipment and does not have the spirit to win. My spirit just doesn't, it's like oil and water. So this is for people that want to win and that know that there's a real problem going on, and we haven't even seen the worst of it yet. I mean, how deep does the nail have to get? Like, when I have millionaire friends coming in this that got $1.5 million tax issues, they don't even think about it. They're bringing their whole family in. 150 to set up. They want their kids in. They're getting in. They want these professionals working for them. All right. This is no sue. There's no trick. Sign up with the person. Kick the tires for 30 days. And what I say once, I say twice. This system is the best comprehensive system for the average working American and anybody in the financial space. This is essential for mature financial adults. Okay.
Coach, maybe this will be the last question. And it's a good one. It's
months to improve. I saw something about 36 months. Somebody asked about 36 months to improve or something like that. What was that?
No, he said 36 months about to purchase the house. Is it going to take 36 months?
No, you can close whenever you want. You can be in the house 6 months and your credit goes through the roof and you're ready to close. The interest rate go back down to 2%. That's not going to happen anytime soon. But anyway, but yeah, you can choose to buy the house whenever you want. The hedge fund is backing you. Saying, hey, we're going to step up. We got a huge hedge fund. We're going to put the money up. Go pick your house because you're in this system. Get the word out quick. Don't hide this from your people.
Okay.
Get the word, get in position, then get the word out. That's what I tell people. Get your oxygen mask on first, like on an airplane, and then go tell people. And coach, myself, I'm very much involved from the top of the company through in the field, helping people with this message. And I'll come and help you. So will Jerome or whoever invited you on this line. We're all connected.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This is a kind of a juicy one. It's a good one. Is there info, this is from Joe. Is there info on non-income verification loans? Credit is the easy part. I'm already 850 credit for 8 years, but my wife had 3 massive strokes, so had to stop working. So at best, only showable income is her basic disability. So my roadblock is income tax paperwork. Any info on maybe assumption loan programs?
I didn't quite, are they saying that they have a restriction upon how much money that they can make because of the disability? That's what I'm kind of trying to pick up.
I think, and Joe, feel free to just speak up, man. If you're able to.
It's very direct, but I'm not biting nobody.
Yeah, just speak up to clarify. But
I think clarify. I want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly, because really your question probably is helping the person that's scared to ask the question. So ask the question.
Yeah, they put it in the chat, and basically what I'm reading is that great credit already. The wife's income isn't what it used to be. She only has basic disability income.
All right.
So their concern is income tax paperwork. So basically, yeah. Okay. Joe's added some more. I can't work as insurance doesn't pay for caregiver. Okay. So he hasn't been working for the past 3 years because he was the caregiver. Disability is her disability income is the only income for the past 3 years due to the circumstance.
This is ideal for him, this program. Are they owners, are they renters, or do they own property? Do they have a home? Did he say, do they own a home? Homeowners or just renters right now?
Currently, Joe, tell us in the chat there, are you currently a homeowner?
Because this program it's basically, it conforms to your situation. It's not cookie cutter. So you use the services that you need. This is just giving you a warehouse of firms that do the work for you. That's how this works. This is like having everybody needs financial professionals. That should be foundation, whether you're on disability. Why? Because they can show you how to structure things certain way. We also have a trust option. There are many people that's on 100% disabled, but there's ways that you actually can use and not threaten your disability status. It's all about advice and recommendation from the professionals. Okay? So it doesn't matter what your situation is. That's why you probably need it. If you have great credit, that's why you need it.
Because Joe just added one last thing. He said he's looking for loans and running into issues. Joe rents 2 homes currently. To be honest, Joe, whoever invites you, get back with him. It almost seems like you almost certainly would benefit from this program. But I think we need to dig into the specifics and talk with the experts. But it sounds like this is certainly a good fit for you if you're in that situation. So definitely get back with the person who invited you, and we'll jump in. We'll dig into the specifics. But it looks like this would certainly be a benefit for you for your particular situation.
Yeah, and I would say this. This would be a great program for them. For one, is that this will increase extra cash flow, even just from the membership, from the bill shredder, lowering your monthly expenses, cutting your mortgages in half, because you can use the debt eliminator on multiple things. So if you want to, shave the debt off your homes, cut them in half, own them sooner, so they're assets instead of just, renting from the bank, because that's all we're doing as long as you have a mortgage. We can actually, these systems will help that. So what you're talking about, I tell you, this is universal. It doesn't matter what your financial situation is, and you can actually kick the tires for 30 days, get on the phone with them tomorrow, and they can give you professional advice from licensed, trained experts.
And Shawanda said, can you speak more on the land bank? Shawanda, speak up. You spoke up before. What specifically did you want to hear about the land banking?
Yeah, what do you want to know?
You was just saying in a couple of years, I believe, I was driving about the land bank or something about land that we can purchase. I don't know if I'm not saying it right or whatever.
Yeah, you are.
You want to speak on that, Jerome? I'll go in. I'll give you
Sure. Go ahead.
Land banking, of course, that is with a consultation. These are very responsible firms. They're going to look at your whole financial profile. They're going to look at if that's a good fit for you. All right. They're not going to put you in a position where it's your debt to income ratios and it's going to hurt you financially. You're trying to empty out accounts to get a parcel of land that's in the path of growth. It is in the #1 piece of real estate right now, Southern California. It's the Green Energy Valley. Yes, the Olympics is going to be there by 2028. Yes, Kaiser Permanente just put the state-of-the-art all green solar hospital medical facility out there. The U.S. Armed Forces just put a major military base. NASA just put a base out there, space station base. You have neighborhoods going up. It also has the train system that Warren Buffett, all green, that he purchased from Japan. It's a $2.5 billion transit system. You're starting to hear the vibration of money. Okay, watch this. Sir Richard Branson is putting the super train from Vegas straight through Southern California, straight through the middle of Antelope Valley, up the west coast of California. It's a 200-mile-an-hour train coming straight through this area. Smells like millions, because it is. But the parcels start at $40,000. So that's for folks that maybe some of our folks that want to move some money. They'll set up a consultation, a private meeting for you to see if that's a good fit, because these are responsible firms that's going to look at your whole financial holistically, not just get rich quick, because they have to protect their name. These are responsible firms that have more to lose than all of us on this line by doing something that's immature and silly. They protect you, because not everybody can qualify for that. So I'm just going to be very transparent. But yes, you can buy land in the path of growth, cash it out before 2028, and get wealthy. Okay. So that's for some of my crypto folks that want to move that money and don't want to be taxed. And they just need to move it into some type of utility. I'm talking their language because I know that space. And that's how a lot of people get in trouble, because they don't have a place to truly move their money and land their money literally in land. That's how you protect your money in land. And then you cash out. Not new to this. This is the best of my best in my life. I was paying, I'm being real. If person don't get that, I don't know. I can prove it. This is the best thing I've ever seen for financial protection. Anybody else? Questions?
Yeah, Jerome, Coach T, y'all doing a phenomenal job, man. I appreciate y'all. Question, individual asked me, when they're approved of the program, are they still required the first month rent up front and the last month rent?
From my understanding, there will not be a security deposit. It's not like an apartment complex. I'll be honest with you, like the owner of the platform said, Coach T, this program will be less than someone trying to get into an apartment.
Right. All right then. Appreciate it.
But they will go over everything that's required, and all that will be out on February the 4th.
All right, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Great question, Marvin. Anybody else? Somebody hit me with something hard. Like, y'all asking easy questions. Come from a skeptic. I mean, I'm knowing what I would ask because I got trust issues. But give me something like, let me see if Coach T really knows what he's talking about. Give me one of those questions.
Okay, the house that you're in, you just recently purchased it, or you got it through Fire Landlord?
No, Fire Landlord is not engaged. I wish it was. I'm being transparent with you.
Right.
I would have got this home through Fire Landlord if I knew about it, but the platform is not here. I'm telling you, this house I purchased through getting my credit extremely healthy through this same system, and also getting my debt to income ratio where it needed to be. I lean on the side of conservative. You know, I do not weigh a home on two incomes, or it has to be on a income, a third. You see what I mean? So I buy very conservative because my idea with anything, this house will become my bank. Actually, this will be one of my banks. This home that I just bought. So I'm using this as I got cash. This is an asset. I'm gonna let this asset continue to generate cash. And I'm gonna do this with the next home that I'm purchasing, which is gonna be my real home that I'm building from ground up. Anybody else? And not that this is a bad house. It's in an executive community. It's a really nice house, but
your program, it looked like this platform have a lot going on with it. Is there any videos showing you how to navigate through it or whatever? Because
right on the website, you set your account up. This thing has videos. Press play. It literally walks you through it. It's harder to text than to use this landing page. Step one, step two, you do this. I mean, it's very simple. You don't have to be the expert. I mean, I'm a low tech, high tech. I don't even have a real Facebook account. I'm not like y'all are like on social media. People ask me, I don't have to be on social. Enough people in my team on social media. I don't have to be on social media. I'm not that guy. I'm low tech, high tech. So I'm being honest with you. I wish I could make it up. Guy asked me today, do you have an Instagram page? No, I don't even have Instagram. Why? I don't need it. Jesus didn't need it. Why do I need it? Jesus built a team. I just built teams.
So you built a team without any of those platforms. That's amazing.
Of course. I operate in the kingdom. That's why. I'm not trying to get religious, but you asked me.
Right.
I just share the good news, sister, and I keep it from the heart. I'm not fake. I'm not trying to dazzle stuff in front of people and I got this, I got that. I keep this real. Okay?
Okay.
And I'm truly for the people. If you want to win, you got me. If you don't, pass it on to someone else. Because if you're going to win, I tell people this, you're not joining this company. You're joining us. This is deeper than some of this other stuff I see people join. I'm like, how in the world are you like I'm like, that don't even make common sense. You know, don't you know that that one guy at the top of that pyramid making all the money? Y'all can't count that. There's only but so much money you can make on a bottle of CBD. Like, I just got street sense. And I've been this way my whole life. Got good street sense, common sense. And I know if it don't make sense, it don't make dollars. Come on, let's be real. This is common sense. The worse the economy gets, the more people are looking for you. Right? This is like the perfect, this is the perfect storm. Because everybody looking for you, and everybody definitely looking to fire their landlord. I have to tell people like this, let me see if you can qualify for it. They're like, hey, Coach T, what's your number, man? Hey, send me I'm like, bro, like, I can't make you a promise yet, because I don't know if you're willing to help yourself yet. You got to go through a qualification. Are you willing to invest in yourself and get this membership? Because this is the pathway. So that's where we start first. Okay. But great question. I think that was, I don't know, Shawanda, was that her?
Yeah,
Okay,
and
Shawanda,
Veronica had a question as well. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Shawanda.
I had another question. Like, my credit is not A1 right now. I purchased my 3-unit building 2 years ago. I have a car note and everything. So if I put everything that I have into your platform, would they still lower my payments if my credit is not up to par?
The debt elimination software has nothing to do with your credit. It has all to do with the algorithms and how they've actually, the banks and finances companies, has it calculated for them to make interest. That's the beautiful thing about it. They will actually expose the deception. And that's what made me mad. I'm serious. This exposes what's in the dark, that 98% of us do not know what's going on. And I tell people, this is not about making money. This is about creating more options, because now you know more. This is education. Once you get this, nobody can ever get it from you. That's the powerful thing about this. Once you know and build these relationships with these companies, even if this goes away, see, this is the takeaway. I play devil advocate on everything. I look at the extreme this way, extreme that way. Even if the program goes away, do you know that I still have a relationship with these hub companies and accounts with them for them to still work for me?
Okay.
That's game changer right there. That's
right.
The takeaway. That's like, I'm done right there. I mean, if somebody doesn't get that, I don't know. I go extreme. I'm extreme this way, I'm extreme that way. Then I look at the common sense in the middle. You have education here. Nobody can ever shut down, change a comp plan, change presidents of a company. You know all that goofy stuff that happens. They're selling you the dream, putting pink Cadillacs and silver Bentleys in front of you and all that foolishness. We got education now. Oh, the student loan right here, that's a game changer. They actually eliminate your student loan debt. A friend of mine, Dave, I don't know if he's on here yet, or if he's on here tonight, his story, I mean, what they did for him is ridiculous. They took $46,000 off his student loan debt. Gone, finito, done. No deferment. That's what Cambridge really does. The company that does is called Cambridge Credit. Look them up. Nonprofit organization. Never will charge you for credit restoration, ever. It's against the law, that's why.
Because somebody been fixing my credit for 5 months now, and I really haven't seen anything.
You're not. I'm telling you, it's a game. You're throwing your money. How much you pay them? Not to make you say ouch, but how much you pay them?
$1,600.
Oh no! We gotta save you. Who invited you?
Robert.
No.
Robert. Robert.
Sign up and fire that person. Tell them you're fired. Remember Donald Trump? I just want to remember, but remember the show you had?
You're fired.
You're fired. Fire
Right.
him. Hit the button. You're done. What state are you in?
Illinois. Chicago.
You're fired. Fire them tomorrow. Like, set your account up tonight and fire them. They're taking your money. I've seen a lot of these programs, $1,600 up front. I'm like, what in the world? We got that. And the fire your landlord program for less than what people are paying for credit repair. I'm done. If somebody don't get that, just say, you're fired. They don't pass the litmus test.
So is there anyone we can call, like if we have questions and stuff?
Absolutely. 1-800, look, on demand, and you have a ask an expert button if you don't even want to lift the phone up. He should
Okay.
show you what it looks like inside the website right now. You have your own private account. You have your own smart people working for you. That's the wealth code. Steve Jobs said it years ago. We hire smart people, not to tell them what to do, but for them to tell us what to do. Do you know that's why most people miss this? Because they've been educated to do all the work and not hire smart people. Or usually they can't afford to hire. Here, you can afford to hire all the smart people you need and get paid for saying, you know what? I got these smart people working for me for free. I don't pay for these people to work for me now. Because when I found this out, I was like, look, everybody I knew that was a high income earner needed the package. And they know Coach T don't deal with foolishness. They said, look, as skeptical as you are, look, where do I sign up? It was a simple conversation because we don't deal with no foolishness. And it definitely wasn't gonna get by my wife because that's skepticism on steroids. No. So we have fun. Go ahead.
Veronica asks, can a 2-person income household qualify for the same property?
Yes, just like you get into an apartment, no different. Absolutely, no different.
Cool.
I'll be honest with you. It was harder for you to get into an apartment than it will to be getting into a house that you can go choose off the MLS. You can walk with your chest out, 10 feet tall, bulletproof. Take me to the house. The real estate agent not gonna scrutinize you, because a lot of times they don't want to make sure that you pre-approved. They don't want to show you nothing because they're riding around town wasting their gas. And they haven't sold a house in 3 months. They're not, I already know the game. That's why I don't do real estate. I invest. But look, absolutely. You're gonna show them a letter of approval.
Unmute you. Unmute yourself, Coach.
Knocking down the door to get in. Yes, for real. You walk pre-approved, no problem. No problem. We want you to be that part of that because we want you to be a part of that testimony. Because this is going to happen. This hedge fund has been doing what I'm sharing with y'all. This is nothing new. The owner actually he talks and speaks on the iHeartRadio. He's considered to be the guru of the real estate industry. This is nothing new. We're just actually exposing it. There's nothing new that's going on. Private hedge funds have been buying homes, whether you have good credit or not. February 4th, she just put it in there. Get the word out. After hearing this, I'm gonna be honest with you. Jerome, I love this type of platform. We're having real conversation, getting feedback. We have to get back to this as a nation, as a unified nation. Because where we've been beat collectively as Americans is in our trust. Because a lot of people have compromised for money, not knowing that the volume our greatest investment is in ourselves and helping other people. There's nothing more gratifying when I see somebody, a grown man, cry because he changed his credit. I'm letting y'all know the impact that you can have on an individual's life with what you just saw. Don't take this for granted. Where you could see a husband and wife come back together and realize that, wow, I didn't know that we can get an instant pay raise. He's a surgeon at Piedmont Hospital. She's a nurse at Emory, high income earners. And then they get the extra $1,200 a month infused back into their household in their next paycheck. Y'all don't understand. I hope you see what you're really looking at. This is bigger than money. Because now you're giving people options. That's this platform. This is an options platform. So now people are empowered so they can make better choices. Because that's what it's going to get down to, is your choices. Not how much money you make. I know a lot of people make a lot of money that they're stuck. They make a lot of money, have no time. Where's the balance? Then there's people that have a lot of time, make no money. That's called no job, right? What's the middle ground? Where you can find your happiness? Waking up at old dark 30, chasing money? Get free. And you'll laugh all the time. When you really see that, and then you can look at other people out there and say, come on, y'all, stop it. I did it. I've worked 4 jobs. There's nothing I wouldn't do for my family. And then you wake up to the truth that freedom is the intangible. And it has nothing to do with the color of your skin. It has nothing to do with your nationality. It has nothing to do, it has all to do with making and having better options. That's all we do. This resonates. I know it does. My prayer is that more people see this, that have an open heart to help others, especially if you're doing well. Especially if you're doing well. Because if you're doing well right now in this economy, you need to get on your knees tonight. But a lot of times we're doing well so that when we see opportunities, that you can help other people do well. Give a man a fishing rod. This is a fishing rod, y'all. I don't work. If you call this work, I'll do this. This is like, are you kidding me? The hardest work I do is texting, my 2 thumbs. I don't even wake up to get on social media and all that. I don't have to. Why? Because the good news is going to work right where you're at. A lot of times social media is for the network marketers and people trying to get customers. And hey, look, if that's your style and you do it, I'm not mad at that. But what's your intent? It's about your intention. It's not about the money. But you know what? When you got the money, you'll figure that out. Just like you ever get that new car, and once you get the new car, you're like, there you go. This is nothing but another $700 more payment. This new vet is not, I mean, I should have just kept my dad going 2009 Taurus, right? The new flavor wears off. Money's the same way after you have it. Then you start really understanding when King Solomon said it this way. It's all vanity, because it is. But it's not vanity until you have it. It's vanity until you have it. You're like, oh my gosh, I've been working so hard for this. And this is not it's not but a tool. This is for the people. And I pray tonight that, and I hope tonight, that it has fell on all the right ears that hear this for what it really is.
Yeah, Coach, maybe just 2. Can we wrap with just 2 rapid fire questions?
Sure, hit me.
Okay, and just one quick comment. Again, like I started with, breaking that emotional attachment to money.
Yes.
You know, Shawanda, after February 4th, how long before I can start looking for a house? Yeah.
ASAP.
Okay.
I would say this way, Shawanda, start going to look for it now.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Hey, look, and go put your hand on it too.
Yes, sir. Claim it.
Okay.
And Veronica asks, how long will it take to close?
How long will it take to close? You can close whenever you want. They're gonna put you in the house until you're ready to close. See, this is the beauty of this. And I know that's why I always keep asking, because that little question right there, I thank her, whoever asked that question. Thank you for asking that, because somebody was scared to ask that question. I'm glad for clarity. they're going to give you 36 months, up to 36 months to close when you're ready to close. You're the boss.
Okay, that was my 36 months. I didn't understand the 36 months. Now I understand.
Okay, I'm glad you asked that question. Thank you for speaking out. I appreciate that. Because somebody else was asking that question too, but they just didn't say it.
Well,
Yeah, you close whenever you want. You go shop for your mortgage. We're gonna have some, from my understanding, we're gonna have some creative mortgage options too, in-house, exclusive. I'm talking a little too much.
No, you're not. Come on.
What you'll think. I'm not saying everything for a reason, because I want everything to happen on the floor. Because you might not even have to go traditional mortgage with this system, okay? In the nightmare they put you through. Especially if you're 1099. I hope you can show 2 years of rec. I had to go through the whole thing. You got to show your money. Then there's a certain amount you have to show, certain amount you don't want to show. Y'all know how the game play. We're not gonna play that game. And also you'll be able to qualify with the money that you earn in the system. You'll be able to use that as income to add to your existing income from the business opportunity. That's going to be exclusive, because I already know the game, how these mortgage companies pay and how they want you to proof up. No, this is going to be exclusive, member only. Fire, she said fire. No. This is for people that understand favor. Fire and favor. Yes, sir. Well, okay. Good deal. We have a lot of sharp people on here. Veronica, thank you for the shout out there. Definitely Shawana and whoever else is on here. This was a great call. We're going to be doing similar calls, maybe not this, long. Definitely moving forward on Thursdays. So Jerome will give you the schedule. This is Project 90. We're doing some creative things with this platform that have not been done before. And we're beta testing and vetting how we're doing this and scaling it even with the company, and possibly using this as another form of a platform that really digs in to the value proposition. And of course, we didn't lean into the money because we don't want to be distracted with money and how much money you can make, because I'll be honest with you, sometimes that can be a distraction and we miss the real blessing, which is this membership. Okay. So I like the direction it's going. Thank you, Jerome.
yes.
Thank you for being one of the smartest guys I know. and thank you for your professionalism.
Yeah, thank you so much, Coach T. I lean on you heavily for your mentorship. So thanks time and time and again. We'll be here next Thursday at 6:30. We're going to keep it at 45 minutes to an hour. We had an extended Q&A today, but it was awesome. Recording will be on Facebook and on YouTube. So get back to the person who invited you to get those links and to subscribe if you want to just, keep learning by osmosis. But again, Project 90, we're going to hit it, y'all. They'll get 200 million Americans. That's 200 million adults. So 180 million, that's 90% thereabouts. That's the number we're trying to hit. A 90% financial literacy rate, just like with English, literacy. And folks, this is the tool. This is what we got, and we're gonna get it done. So thank you all, everyone, for joining. And until next time, take care. God bless.
Awesome, Joe. Great job.
Thank you.
Awesome job. Thank you.
Good job.